Yeah, because if we pop it and then they refuse it, then it's out of the bubble pack, but in Charlotte on the
Oh,
board.
yes,
So,
yes, I see what you're saying, yes. Okay, I've also observed that the nurse is not getting called for PRNs, and you guys really need to call for PRNs, especially over in the memory care buildings. The house 1 and 2, they can ask for their PRNs. Yeah, so over in 1 and 2, they can ask for their PRNs, but it's 3 and 4 that you guys need to be contacting the nurse and getting a hold.
So we would like Rhoda?
or Gail or Gina.
Unless it's a resident that can ask for a PRN, you don't have to call the nurse, but
Okay.
if it is a resident
like
that
Betty
can
or
ask,
Glenda.
and I'll tell you in building 4, that's why we had Alicia PRN, because guarantee she couldn't ask for it. Roseanne never got the call and the family was upset she was getting it. So you guys cannot assess a resident to need a PRN. If you're assessing them that you feel like they need it, you have to call the nurse and ask her for it if the resident has not asked for it.
Alright, what about with Margie's family? Now they want us to be giving a PRN at 4 o'clock. That's why the PRN got switched. We just put family request,
Who is the one person that can approve a PRN?
the nurse.
What about her hospice nurse? Can she call you up and say, hey, give her a PRN?
You have to call the house.
Yeah, she can call and say that she needs a PRN, but then you have to turn around and call Roseanne and say, hey, hospice nurse requested that we give this PRN.
So even with like her
Yeah.
POA say
So
that.
no matter who it is that requests it, other than a cognizant resident, we have to get approval through the nurse.
Through Roseanne.
Yes, correct.
Okay, and then also I just wanna make sure that you guys are reading, your recent notes when you guys get on shifts, and then if there's not a medication on the mark, please don't pass it. I may not have gotten to the building just quite yet to pull that from the med cart, but please don't pass anything that's not on your mark, okay?
What about, we still don't have Carrie's meds.
Yeah, you do, they came in today,
Okay.
or last night, or they came in sometime, they're in the cart. So,
Do you want to talk about locking the med cards?
yes. So I have came across quite a few med cards that have not been locked. You guys need to make sure that you guys are locking the med cards, and then along your guys' system is that it should be the med cards, and then the kitchen door needs to be locked as well. So please make sure that you guys are doing that. You guys have residents that can get in the med cards and start popping meds and taking them, and that's gonna hurt somebody. So please make sure that those are locked. And it is a big deal. So please make sure that you guys know that. Okay.
Okay. All right. So the next topic is. Did you pass that one back?
Yes.
Is our attendance policy. Do I have enough of these? Wait, these are the signing. Was there more?
Do you want to take one and pass them?
Yeah, we had extras.
They're right
She's
here.
got some.
Oh, can we pass the attendance? So we just wanted to roll out the attendance policy. It's not that you all haven't already signed this, because it is in the employee handbook that you've signed. I think we changed just a little bit of verbiage. But the difference is going to be that going forward, your house managers are gonna have a sheet for each of you, one sheet per employee per year, that they're going to track lateness call-offs, leaving early, unexcused call-offs. So a call-off is a call-off that you follow policy, an unexcused call-off is a call-off that you didn't follow policy. Left early, came late, no call, no show. And it's gonna be very easy for them to be able to make sure we're holding each other accountable. The challenge has been that many of you know, we have frustration on the weekends for sure, of people just calling off and not coming to work, okay? We have frustration of people that are consistently late and someone's having to wait. So just know that going forward, I think we've been a little lackadaisical just trying to figure out a way to actually track it, because that's the hard part. Tracking it and being fair tracking it. Not just holding one person because we're frustrated with Lisa when Brianna's just as late. You know what I'm saying? So this is gonna be at just a very quick glance. Your manager's gonna be able to keep it organized and hold everybody accountable to what our real attendance policy is. Because when we're late, when we don't show up for work, it's our residents that suffer, but also our teammates. I used to think residents were the most important people in a facility. I don't know that I believe that anymore, because without our staff, we don't have residents. Without residents, we don't have staff. It's pretty equal. We need to make sure we're taking care of each other as much as we're taking care of our residents. So by doing that, we want to show up to work, so we're not burning certain people out. People aren't getting frustrated. When people have bad morale, negative attitudes, they give bad care. So people showing up on time, people not calling off, people following the policy is going to give good care to our residents, and it's also going to make us all feel better inside, right? So if you'll all make sure you read it, I think one of the biggest changes is calling off cannot be through a text message to your manager. It needs to be a phone call. Okay, calling off, if you're calling off, you should be calling off at least 4 hours in advance, and you're responsible to cover your own shift, if at all possible. Okay, so just please make sure you read it. Please make sure you sign it, and you turn it in before you leave today. I think that was it on attendance, right? Okay. And then Andrew has a little portion.
So on the When I Work chat, that's something that it can be a great tool. It can also be something that a lot of negativity can be spewed, and it can be very ineffective as well. And I feel like how it's been being utilized lately, it has not been working out real well. Like as I was looking through it with an employee, I think we looked through 7 or 8 people that had asked for coverage through that, and there was one person that responded in all of those people, and it was somebody that was already working that was unable to work. And so because of that, that shows me that that's a very ineffective way to find coverage. It's also not a fair way for employees just to send a message on there and I can't show up to my shift, and then all of a sudden their shift rolls around and it's like, hey, where's this person at? So we're not going to use it to find coverage. We're not going to use it to call in for our shifts. We're only going to use it to share information that needs to be shared throughout the facility. I also want to make sure that we keep everything positive in it, that if you've got an issue with someone or something, talk to your house supervisor, talk to administration, and then we will address it. And if it's something that needs to be brought up to everyone, then we'll bring it up to everyone in a way that doesn't make somebody feel like they're being thrown under the bus. We want to keep it really positive, because negativity spread to everyone like that is just like poison. Another thing, let me see, there's one more point that I was going to make. We're also going to set it up to where we have the people that work in each specific house, so then if there's things that need to be talked about between just the people of the house, we're not blowing people's phones up excessively. And on that note, we want to keep things short. There's times we've had some fun conversations on there in the past that have been positive, humorous, but then I've had people come to me the next day and like, oh, I shut off my notifications and I'm not turning them back on because I got 45 notifications at 11:30 at night. So keep it very professional, only to what we need to have. And please don't be sending things out at midnight that even if you work a graveyard shift, remember that most people don't work graveyard shifts, and we want those notifications to be on their phone. We want it to where they're able to get those notifications and they don't have to shut that off in order to get some sleep. Any questions on When I Work? Fantastic. So on the medications, one of the things that we're going to be rolling out here shortly is barcode scanners. So all of our medications, they have barcodes on the cards, and we're going to start entering them into our system. There's a lot that we have to do to develop that to be a reality, so it's going to be a couple of weeks, and with Christmas it might be about 3 weeks before we can roll it out. But how it's going to work is, so we will have our med cards that you'll scan it underneath. You'll go through your prep stage and you'll scan one card, scan the next card, go through and scan them all, and then it's going to show that all of those were prepped. If you scan a card that is not in there, then it'll say